problem, situation of life, fighting God's promises, that thing that God created. The Bible said as God created it, darkness came and entered. What now happened? The Bible said, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. As the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters, let's see what happened in verse 3. The Spirit of God moved upon the face of the water, and God said, let there be light, and there was light. God did not say, oh, darkness don't take over waiting I create. Oh, darkness don't occupy heaven while I create and earth while I create. God did not start saying what Gideon was saying. God didn't even mention anything full of complaint or worry that Gideon began to mention to the angel. What did God did? He began to speak. He began to command. He began to prophesy. He said, let there be, and there was. Let there be this, and there was. That was what the angel was trying to introduce to Gideon. The angel told him that I am not seeing your problem. I am seeing you as a mighty man. The reason why this problem is there is because of that great destiny you carry. If your destiny is small, your is small. If your destiny is small, sir, ma, your battle will be small. Listen to me. As a young man, as a young woman, if there is an assignment by God, target and the battle line of the devil. If the devil is fighting you over a particular area of your life, know it that is the area God wants to use to announce you. Am I saying something? Yes. That is it. Some people don't know. Seasonal encounters. What helped Gideon? It was an encounter. What in prophetic warfare? Seasonal instructions. Instructions are lifesavers. Instructions are divine pathways orchestrated by God through Him. Instructions are divine pathways orchestrated by God. Say, this is what I want you to do, my daughter. Get ready. The devil will fight that instruction so that you will not see it to do, or you will not do it in order to receive your blessing. On Sunday, one of the songs here came to me and said, Pastor, since last year it has been coming to my mind to buy something in the house of God. He told me the thing. I said, what have you done towards it? No, whether make I do. I say, since last year, don't they come your mind? It has been repeatedly playing in your mind that do this, and you are just relaxing like that. Saying, Pastor, I don't know how to about it. I told him, I said, that is where your blessing lies. That is that thing that God wants you to do, so that your blessing can come to you without reserve, without restriction. Every power that comes through God's blessing is by an instruction. What is that instruction that God has given to you? Can I tell us the truth? The safety precaution that God always gives to his children is found in instruction. When God wants to save a man, he will give that man instruction. When the devil wants to save a man, he will give that man instruction. When God wants to save you, he will give you instruction. In Matthew chapter 2 verse 13, Matthew chapter 2 verse 13, when God wants to save you, he will alight instruction to your way in order for you to see, do, and enjoy safety. When God wants to take you from one level to the next level, he will bring instruction to you. Matthew chapter 2 verse 13. The Bible said something. It said, and when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Joseph in the dream, saying, what did the angel say? Let's read together. Arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Aaron will seek the young child to destroy him. The angel of the Lord came to Joseph in his dream and sealed an instruction that saved the life of the Messiah. The angel of the Lord brought an instruction and sealed it in the dream. And that instruction saved the Messiah, the only Son of God. Can I tell you the truth? When you want to enjoy safety on earth, Look for that instruction from God. Look for that instruction. A man without instruction is one that is walking on a path that is very risky. Every instructions are for the glory of God. Every instructions are for the glory of God. How can I have and engage into prophetic warfare? How can I engage into prophetic warfare? I need seasonal instruction. Listen to me. The instruction of last month is not the instruction of this month. The instruction that God gave you to overcome the powers that came against you last month is not the instruction He will give you for this month to overcome the next thing. Every season and phase of life have their own instructions. Look for that instruction. When you miss one, you'll be vulnerable. Number 3.